Ruby has also very good facilities for matching regular expressions against given text. So as a task, we'll try to find blog entries containing specific words. And the approach we take is to use enumerable's findAll method. So again, we're relying on a mix-in, namely enumerable, and we'll supply it with a regular expression to specify what words we want to match. As an example, we might want to find entries that mention the word ring in various forms of spelling, or upper and lower case. And the solution to do this is to use the blog, call upon its findAll method, and the supplied block contains a string matcher. The first part here is the regular expression. The symbols equals and twiddle indicate the matching operator for regular expressions. And then we formulate the string against which we want to match. And for simplicity here, I'm concatenating the headline and the body of a given entry in the blog. So 1 here is the regular expression. In this case, the regular expression matches against the exact character sequence of RING. We use also an option, the lowercase letter I here, to indicate that our match should be case insensitive. This allows us to match against ring with capital R or with lowercase r, or any other capitalization of the letters in ring. The match operator returns nil if there is no match. And as I said, we match against the concatenation of headline and body. To try out regular expressions in the IRB, I've created a number of entries for our blog. In total, we have 5 entries here. The first entry is by Bilbo, the second by Gollum, then Bilbo again, and 2 entries by Gollum. Now, as we saw, we can call upon the findAll method to find things in the blog because we have made the blog an enumerable object. And so the block we give to findAll indicates the kind of entries we want to match. And how do we want to match? We match using regular expressions, and this expression here in between the forward slashes indicates the exact sequence of characters RING, and because we use the option I here, the case of the letters we match against doesn't matter. This is the match operator for regular expressions, and the string we match against is the concatenation of headline and body of the respective entry. Let's see if this works. And in fact it does. It now gives us all entries that either in the headline or in the body carry the word ring. So the first entry here is about the curious object, and yes, there is ring in here. Then the second match is in Bilbo's second entry, where the ring occurs in the headline, and then Gollum mentions the ring in one of his posts as well. Let's look at a second, more elaborate example. Gandalf is growing more and more concerned about the chatter surrounding the ring, and so he's looking for patterns that involve the word ring followed by either precious followed by me, or my followed by precious. So clearly he has his sights set on Gollum here. But he's also interested in patterns of the form precious at the beginning of the string, followed then by any positive number of golems. So clearly he really wants to monitor for chatter around the ring and keywords that would indicate that something is up. And the solution is to use, again, a regular expression here, and we can use the find all method as before. We supply it with a code block, and here we supply the parameter, the entry, whose headline and body we want to check against. And the regular expression now is a little more complex than the one we saw before. Now we start the regular expression by looking at ring, followed by any number of characters, followed by the word precious, followed again by any number of characters, followed by me, or my, followed by any number of characters, and precious. So the first line of the regular expression here refers to option 1, where we require that ring occur, and then it is followed by two possibilities. The first possibility is 1.1 is precious followed by me, and the second possibility is 1.2 my followed by precious. So that takes care of option number 1. If we look at option number 2 now, we want to match precious at the beginning of the string, and the caret symbol allows us to do just that. And so we can match precious at the beginning of the string, followed by any characters, followed by the character sequence golem. And with the plus sign here, we indicate that the preceding expression in the parentheses can occur any positive number of times. So this portion here expresses option number 2. And because they're alternatives, we use the option indicator in regular expressions. Of course, we again use the option I for case insensitive matches, and then again we match against X's headline concatenated with X's body. Let's continue the example at the IRB. You see here I'm adding entries to the blog. This time Bilbo says precious as the headline, and then the creature golem calls it his precious as the main body of the entry. And golem also creates an entry. It says golem as the headline, and they took it as the main part of his entry. So with these new entries in place, we can use our regular expression to find all the matching blog entries. So here you see the exact copy of the query that you saw just a few moments ago. We use find all on the blog, and we match against ring followed by precious followed by me, or my followed by precious, or precious occurs at the beginning of the string followed by any positive number of golems. And here we see the result. We see Bilbo Baggins's entry where it says the ring has become quite precious to me. And of course we see here this is a match with ring and precious and me. And we see a second entry with precious at the beginning of the line, and the creature golem calls it his precious, and so we have a match here with precious at the beginning of the line, followed by a positive number of columns.